Dear Edgar, how do you feel today on the first day? And what do you expect?
Well, if you want to have my true feeling, I'm very touched most of the time because I've been waiting for a very long time to make this film, and some of the images are so beautiful that it just makes me cry. And it's finally coming together, and it's stress as always, and it's people from 19 nations joining, many languages, a lot of misunderstandings, different mentalities. It's a reflection of my life and a reflection of also what this film is about. So it's very pleasing to be here in Italy and start it.
Why? Why this location?
Well, because it's so extraordinarily romantic, one could almost call it kitsch. But Italy has a lot to do with this concept of romanticism. So when I was living in Japan for such a long time, I realized that I have to understand more about my own culture because I was so eager to learn about Japanese and Asian culture. And really tried to blend in. And then I realized that I didn't understand enough about where I came from. And even though I'm Austrian, I feel as a European, if you want to go to the core of matters, you have to go to Rome. So that's why Rome and the surroundings of Rome. Rome, of course, because of the Vatican, and the surroundings of Rome because it's breathtaking beauty.
When did you find this place?
Well, in the year 2000, I wasn't shooting, I shot and mainly edited a film in Rome, Florence, and vicinities, and I did get to know in this production company George, who's one of the DPs now. And I mean, it's a Fellini-esque story, basically, how I discovered this part of the world. And it's a bit like filmmaking. Once you've done it, it's contagious. You want to do it again and again and again. So this landscape, these people, keep on, you know, seducing me to come back, like Japan, like many other places. But this is a raw diamond here.
Okay. Now comes to the final selection of your actors. What do you see in them? Like each character, the three main characters and your cardinal.
Sounds a bit weird, but in a way they are all me. So, there's Kaya, the Princess of Grass, Japanese. Then there's this lady who's now from Paris. And I'm not talking about the beauty of this lady in comparison to me, but her character, her innocence that evolves into a certain kind of saturation which has no sexual connotations whatsoever. The temptation of the soul, plus the devil, who is a total loser. He speaks all languages like the devil always does in film, but at the same time, he doesn't get things going really. So he's a pitiful existence somehow. Scary but pitiful. And the three cardinals who represent the church, who are like comedians. They're very funny. So I'm not making fun of the church. I'm talking about the power of pictures kicked off by the Catholic Church. But at the same time, I really enjoy looking at it not within its sometimes very sad historical context, but rather look on the bright side of life.
Okay. Last question. Why the old Mercedes Benz? Does it represent something?
Yes, it represents something because the German influence on America is always a bit underestimated. I mean, influence in terms of first immigrants and mentality and so on. And the car's name is Bertha, and in Charlie Chaplin's film, The Brand Dictator, forgot the title now, sorry, he's fooling around with this unbelievable bomb and he calls it Fat Bertha. So, I mean, a Mercedes Benz, excuse me, from the 1950s pretty much looks like one of those weird things that kill. So, not in terms of like putting the Germans down or something or reminding on Holocaust history, not at all, but you know, it somehow represents, yeah, the influence of the German mentality on the American nation.
And of course, the war.
Yes, that too.
Okay. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.